Yo, 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 mic check, yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 mic check, yo, yo, sounding good. I meant to put that down, not up. Drop the quality a little bit. I'm a little tired. I had a good weekend this weekend. Had a long weekend. I had a 3-day weekend because I had off Friday. So I am just. I had to go back to work today. Yuck. Yuck. But I'm alright. I just don't feel like doing nothing. Man, this is the second Marvel episode in a row. Which is crazy because I like DC better. Somebody's gonna be mad and they're like, "What? You like DC? You damn right I like DC." I think my whole top 5 superheroes. I think my whole top 3 is DC before I even get to Marvel. DC is gay. I love you too. Shout outs to Sega, brother. Thank you. Appreciate the stuff that you sent. Uh, I don't know if you want me to say anything, but I'll just say appreciate it here. Unless you want me to talk about it, I won't say nothing. I've been good. I had I was out with the lady and the kids this weekend. Oh, hold on. Let me just get this going. I can minimize this. Minimize that. What up, what up, what up? What's going on? You can say I don't care. Okay, I just wanted to make sure because some people do things just off the strength and they don't really care about the recognition they get when they do it. And some people just do things that they want to and they don't want to talk about it. So I always ask. That's why I bought you the DC stuff. Thank you, I appreciate it. So, first of all, happy birthday to you. Did your birthday actually pass already? Cause I know I missed your wrestling stream this weekend, so I wasn't home all weekend. I know I said something to you earlier this month talking shit about your birthday, but did your birthday actually pass? It was Saturday. Okay, well, happy birthday, brother. You are now how old? I know you're a couple years older than me. 38, 37. No problem. 45. I don't believe you. I know you're younger than Severe, but older than me. And Severe turned 40, I think? 39? Well, either way, happy birthday, brother. 36? Okay. Well, here's to let me get the big screen. Hopefully it's not fuzzy, but here's to many more birthdays, many more Junes, and here's to you and yours. Much love, brother. Really appreciate it. Hopefully you get to spend many more birthdays. Severe's gonna be 42 in September, I think. Oh man, bunch of us are. It's funny because for us to be a bunch of nerds, we definitely are part of the generation that started with all the games, and we're we're all around the same age. So it cracks me up when people try to act like video games are for kids when we're the generation that grew up playing games. And look at us now. We're all like, shit. Especially our squad. Our squad is what, like, everybody's around 30, and then you got like J Rock and Blood and a couple of them around like 20. There's like 4 or 5 of them. Everybody else is in their 30s. Severe 42. You took the Avatar 2 code. And appreciate it. Yeah, I took it. I didn't say nothing this time because I missed the last one. You did something where I think you put the code out as I was doing my road trip. I was driving, so I didn't get that one, or I was at work and I didn't notice it. I forget what happened, but I got the Avatar one. But I didn't say nothing, especially because you don't got my Spider Sense thing no more, so I can't put that. That was my go-to move. Take the code, put the Spider Sense. Somebody got John Wick. That's the one I wanted the most, though. But I took the Avatar one. I knew it was mad quiet. Yeah, I didn't say nothing because you don't have my Spider Sense thing. That's when I gotta do. All right, let's get to what we was doing last week. Because last week, unfortunately, well, let me do my intro. I don't know if I have an intro, but this is what I'm going with so far. Welcome to Talkin Talkin, episode 3. This is the podcast where I talk about whatever the fuck I want. And most of the things I think of are going to be last minute because I don't give a fuck. I'm going to talk about what I like, when I feel like it, when I want to. If you don't like it, keep it moving. There's not going to be a lot of structure to this because half the time I make the thing at the last minute and I'll be like, hey, I did this weekend. Let's talk about it. So y'all are more welcome to drop some recommendations and stuff you want to talk about. Anything you want me to talk about. But yeah. Episode 3. Let's get it. Where's the script? Never. Caribbean Zombie got... Yeah, I saw that. When I saw he got it, I was like, oh, good for him. I think I just liked his comment and then kept it moving. But good for him. Because like I said, I try... Even though... Like, I used to try to take every single one back in the day. But now... Now I'll skip like 3 or 4 and then try to... And then like I tried to get the last one, but he beat me to it. But because before I was the only one, so I didn't care that much because nobody did digital. But I see a couple people like, damn, I wanted one and stuff. So now it's kind of like... And before I didn't know nobody. Now I fuck with everybody. So now it's kind of just like, all right, let's let everybody get one. I'll skip like, especially if I don't like the movie all like that, I won't take. Before I used to take everything though, but now it's just like, all right, I fuck with everybody, so I don't want to take everything. Hey, speaking of zombie, yeah, he took the code. I tried to redeem it after the Yo, I hate this new thing. They got this heart on the messages that blocks the fucking chat. Where's the script? Yeah, you took the code. I tried to redeem it after I commented on your Soul Calibur vid, Sega. LOL. What up, y'all? What's going on, brother? 3 minutes after the movie code was posted. Nothing much. I mean, shout outs to Karam. That's what I said. I was happy he got it because, especially if it's like some random that I don't even know. Like, if it's one of us, I don't care. But and like I said, I try not to take everything no more. Before, when it wasn't really like a squad yet, we just had a couple people. Nobody cared, but now there's a bunch of us, so I don't mind sharing a little bit. Nothing much, zombie. Waiting for dinner. Be ready. I'm starving. All right. So unfortunately, last week, I wasn't aware that there was like that Capcom event going on, cause when I was streaming, like, man, nobody showed up so far. It was pretty dead in the beginning, but I tried to keep it moving. And then Severe raided me, and I was like, oh, okay, so That's why nobody showed up. Not that I'm popular, but usually I get at least 5 people watching, anywhere from like 5 to 12. And then he rated me and said, "Oh, okay, that's where everybody's at." And but there was a storm on the East Coast, and it knocked my internet out. So anybody who happened to see last week, um, I didn't get to finish everything I was talking about, but that's why the stream ended so abruptly. Glad you got the code. Thank you, brother. Nothing much. I didn't show up to anyone's stream that week. You showed up to mine a little bit. So while there's a couple of y'all here, let's briefly go over what we did last week. And let me see. I want to get y'all opinions on it. Right here. All right. Top 5 X-Men movies. Come at me, bro. What do you think? 'Cause I didn't get to talk about it too much last week, but I'm gonna post this in my community if I don't forget. What do you think? This is my top 5 in order. Number 1 is the best. Number 5 is the worst, but the worst of the best. What do y'all think? Come at me. Let me know what you think. I'm at work right now. Okay. Slaving as usual. I understand. Hey, we all got to do it. It says, oh, I forgot to share the screen. Haha. We're gonna redo that. So, this is my top 5 X-Men movies that we ranked last week. But like I said, that event was going on, and so I didn't really get to talk to nobody about it while I was doing it. But this is my top 5 in order. I have number 5, X-Men First Class. It was either that or Days of Future Past, but I just went with First Class. X-Men 2 at number 4. Deadpool 1 at number 3. Deadpool 2 at number 2. And Logan at number 1. That is my top 5. I'm going to post this in the comments in the community tab later if I don't forget. And then see if anybody wants to argue that. Chef Sanctony, what's up with you? Tough for me. I already liked any of them besides the Wolverine. The last 15 minutes of the film ruined it. I think all X-Men movies are bad. Sanctony, I'm not catching that one. I see what you're doing. Well, I don't see what you're doing, but put me on game. I'm lost. Okay, I think Caribbean. I don't like any of the X-Men movies, but your top 5 seems good. Logan and Deadpool movies are the best ones. I agree. Thank you. What's up, Stick? What's going on, brother? What's going on, Keith? So, wow, I didn't know y'all don't like y'all. You like the Wolverine? I thought the Wolverine was terrible. I thought that was like bottom 3. Actually, I think every Wolverine movie specifically, and it's not because I hate Wolverine, because clearly Logan is my number 1 X-Men movie. I thought they were terrible. And I can't stand Deadpool either. So I got my top 3 is 2 people I can't stand. But I thought the Wolverine was terrible. I thought X-Men Origins was terrible. And but Logan to me was amazing. Stick, yo, what up? Nah, fuck it. Let it drop. Let it drop. I'm an idiot. Troll Hunter in the building. What's going on? Stick in the building. Stick, yo. I only like the Logan movie. Everything else I fell asleep. The Wolverine I fell asleep. I did not like that movie. See Zombie, what up? What up? I didn't like it. The game formerly known as Stick. Alright, best thing about Deadpool 2 is Cable and Domino. Yes, I agree. I think so just to tap on to stuff that I got to talk about last week. Like I said, a lot of y'all wasn't here because of that event going on, and obviously I ended the stream early. Domino, and I love that actress. That actress is a great actress. Obviously, the dude that plays Cable, I'm running a blank on his name right now, but he's also a great actor. Domino was great. Cable was great. I ain't mad at them at all. Those are definitely the best parts of the movie. I honestly think Domino stole the show. I think Domino stole the show a little bit more than Cable, but I loved Cable because you don't get to see Nathaniel Summers too often. Stick on his Prince shit like Wolverine because it was serious. Logan was too, but I wasn't fond of the story much. It did pretty. I loved old senile Professor X being possibly the strongest mutant, let alone the strongest telepath in the world, let alone probably the universe. And his mind's going. He can't control it, but he still wants to help people. For me, the biggest ding I had on Logan is I did not like the clone Wolverine. I didn't mind the kids thing that much, but it was the clone Wolverine that I didn't like. As for me, mostly would be the 90s cartoon games and comics. Same here, Stick. That's why I never liked the movies. Stick, I concur. Okay, so it seems like everybody doesn't like the X-Men stuff too. But I just wanted to talk about X-Men last week. Because, to be honest, I wanted to talk about Mr. Sinister. And right when Stick said Mr. Sinister, the fucking thing cut off. And I was like, no, that sucks. The stream died because of the storm. I want to talk about Mr. Sinister because he's my favorite. I think he's my favorite X-Men. I know he's my favorite X-Men villain, but he might be my favorite Marvel villain. I'm not sure because, to be honest, I don't think Marvel has that many good villains compared to DC. Like, you got Thanos, but that's recent. Like, Thanos he's always been the man, but he wasn't popular till the movie came out. Loki is another one, but I've always liked Loki. Then you got like Doctor Doom, Magneto, and you say Green Goblin. Venom really ain't even a villain anymore. Carnage is another one. But other than like those, Apocalypse, I'll throw Apocalypse in there. Apocalypse, one of my favorite. Apocalypse might be number one. But other than those, I don't think Marvel has too many good villains. Let's see what y'all talking about. I wish Magneto was on some serial killer shit and did brutal kills. Bro, I don't understand how Wolverine is even around with Magneto existing. Like, he would destroy him instantly. Yeah, the 90s fire. He's a master of bioengineering. Yo, I stole a Nightcrawler and Sinister figure off a kid in grade school back in the day. Magneto, what's up, Big Fred? What about Cock Goblin? I mean, I know that's your favorite pastime, sir. So, I want to talk about Mr. Sinister, but I'm kind of not in that mood anymore. So, we'll just go over the cliff notes. Mr. Sinister, Nathaniel Essex, we'll look him up for those of you who don't know. For those of you who don't know, this is Mr. Sinister. I used to have a really big Mr. Sinister toy. I don't know if my brother remembers that, but I had a really big Mr. Sinister toy as a kid. It was about like this big. I would say like 10 inches, 8 inches. It was a really big Mr. Sinister doll. I wouldn't say doll, it was an action figure. It was like hard plastic. But I used to play with that thing all the time. He was always like the last boss whenever we would play like toys and stuff. It was the dark blue, really big Mr. Sinister. They need X-Men Children of the Atom 2 with Mr. Sinister as the last boss. That would be fire. And give us a Marvel Superheroes 2. I'm not mad at either one of those. You got the big Sinister 2? See, Fred remembers. I mean, I had not got you. Didn't. He was the last boss in the Deadpool game. I heard Severe measures his thing with a big toy biz toys. Probably uses like someone's leg. But I had so Mr. Sinister. So they're doing a Mr. Sinister event right now. So let's go over. Let me finish. I'm gonna talk about Mr. Sinister very briefly. Then I'm gonna show off some of the X-Men like Heroclix and stuff that I wanted to show off last week that I didn't get to. And then we're gonna jump into End of the Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse for anybody who's here for that. So I had you did have Sabretooth. And we had the big Terminator arm, remember that? Yo, fun fact before I get going. Me and Fred had a bunch of toys, right? And we had to give them away to some kid in need, right? So we gave him some cool toys, and we were all happy to give them away. Then we found out it was like to a friend of ours, and he was just poor. And then we was mad and tried to take all the toys back. And we was like, he's not a bum. We thought it was going to a bum. Shout outs to that. That was funny. Deadpool game wasn't bad at all too. Yeah, I heard it was pretty good. Alright, so Mr. Sinister. Mr. Sinister, I don't remember when he was born, but he's pretty old because Weapon X is based off of Captain America Captain America is technically the first Weapon X, but Weapon X is based off of Captain America, but it's also based off of Mr. Sinister's original, like, all right, let me start. So what Mr. Sinister does, he is a mutant. I don't even know if he's technically a mutant, but I know he gets some, like, he's a scientist, Nathaniel Essex. He's a scientist who he basically figures out that mutants exist, right? And he understands that mutants are going to be the evolution gene, right? They're going to, like, evolve. And his thing is he splices and wants to create the perfect mutant. But he's a mad scientist, right? So as a regular scientist, he gets, he somehow meets Apocalypse. And Apocalypse imbues him with, like, kind of immortality, kind of not. Basically makes him a mutant. He's the one who puts all the cool stuff together for all the bad guys, like the Nasty Boys. I don't know if y'all remember them. But Nathaniel Essex basically is the evil scientist. He basically wants to grab Scott Summers and Jean Grey, who is Cyclops and Marvel Girl, if you don't know, and he wants to make like them a perfect mutant out of their genes. Basically, anybody he can get, he makes perfect mutant. He wants to make a perfect mutant. So he will kill people. He'll splice their shit together. All right, let me see what we're talking about. Speaking of big toys, I remember getting a big ass Kenner Alien back in the day, and now it's on the shelf for $5. Bruh, I had some Beyblades that I got that are worth a couple $100 now, and one of them got ran over by a car. I was pissed. I wish I kept up, bro. That's a fact. Gave a lot to the Philippines. Good for the Philippine kids. Dude was just poor. He wasn't a bum. Bro, as fuck, you know what I'm saying? I think his name was Marcus, if I'm not wrong. Marcus. Shout outs to Marcus, if that's his name. If Fred remembers that, I think that was his name. But we knew him because we went to go to his house to hang out one time, and he had all our old toys. We almost jumped him. Like, we was downstairs like, Dad, you said you was giving it to somebody who needed it. We're like, he don't need it. We was all mad. Toys only for bum kids, yes. X3 Last Stand had Juggernaut quote. That's the only good part about that movie. And Beast. Beast was fire. They wasted him in that movie. From the X-Men cartoon dub vids on YouTube by My Way Entertainment. That's my favorite X-Men movie because of that. Wow, really? X-Men 3. I don't give him food, give him a toy. Sega or a USB fan. Marcus dead. My sister has some Barbies with chewed feet. They're worth a fortune. Now, my brother used to chew all of my sister's Barbie's feet for some reason. He has a foot fetish, apparently. All right, let's get back to Mr. Sinister. So what's cool about Mr. Sinister is he knew he wasn't going to live long enough. Because I think he was like from around like colonial times. So like as like America was getting created and stuff like that, he was experimenting on people back then. So he knew he wasn't going to be around long enough. So after he got his life prolonged, we should say, he started getting older. And what he did, he cloned himself 4 times. He made 4 clones of himself, which is pretty cool. A lot of people, they're just announcing this now in Marvel. But if you look at Mr. Sinister, let's see if I can get a big picture here. Damn it. All right. Mr. Sinister, if you look at Mr. Sinister, he has this diamond, right? Let's see. Really? Why is that the biggest this gets? He has this diamond on his head. And what happened is he knew he wasn't going to live long enough to do what he wanted. So what he did is he cloned himself 4 times. So the Mr. Sinister we're used to with the diamond is actually one of 4 clones. The other 3 is he's based off the suit of cards. So the other 3 is a heart, a club, and a spade. I mean, and a heart, a club, and a spade. Yeah. So the one we're used to with the diamond is just one of 4. So that's something pretty. And the clones don't know about each other. They go around doing all this crazy shit, but they don't know about each other. But the one we're used to is the one of diamonds. So we're used to one of the 4, technically 5 Mr. Sinisters. So the one we're used to is this one with the diamond on his head. And that's one of technically 5 Mr. Sinisters. Don't give him fool. You read that. Marcus is his name. Okay. His name. Oh, Marcus is his name. Oh, yes. Those were the last few episodes of X-Men cartoon that honestly how I learned about him first. Yes. Are you saying Mr. Sinister is one of a kind? Ha. He's a full house. Ha ha! Nah, but Mr. Sinister is one of the one we see with the diamonds is one of four. There's a female one with this, I think it's hearts. I don't remember, but there's four. He does some dope ass shit in the comics where like he'll take like mutants we forgot about from like the 90s and nobody thinks of, and then he'll fuse them together, their genes, and he'll make like he makes like a, well, not him, one of the Mr. Sinisters makes like a army of like Nightcrawler and like other mutants. So like they can each teleport, but like one of them is like X-23, and then I forget some of the other ones. But each one of them is basically an assassin, because if Nightcrawler wanted to kill everybody, he probably could. But like you give somebody like with healing powers like that, and then he took like Marrow. I don't know if you know who Marrow is. Marrow is one of the Morlocks. She just grows bones. Like if you ever watch X-Men Evolution, she's basically Spike. But she grows bones, and then they took this old guy from the 90s from like X-Force or Next Generation or something like that, and his name was Maggot, and he has like he has these two maggots basically that he basically throws them at people, and they siphon your energy, steal it, and they basically feed whatever energy they can get out of you. They feed it back to him. He fused those two together, and this dude's throwing like bone maggots at everybody. He basically makes a bunch of cool ass mixtures of like other people to fight for him constantly. So Mr. Sinister is like the ultimate evil scientist who's backed up by Apocalypse, and he basically takes over the universe. And there's so much to go over. He also has there's a mutant named Moira McTaggart, where her mutant power is every time she dies, the universe gets reset, and she basically gets born again and has all the memories of her past. So Mr. Sinister finds out about her and basically knows he's never gonna live long enough to do all the shit he wants. So he basically clones her, and every time he's about to get caught or feels like he can't get further in this timeline, he kills one, resets it, then has one of the clones go back and tell him what he did so he don't make none of the same mistakes again, and then he starts over from where he was at and keeps doing more and keeps doing more and keeps doing more, and he just keeps resetting the timeline so that he ends up being like the smartest person ever. Severe in the building, what's going on? Marrow was a playable character in Marvel. Yes, Marrow was in Marvel too. She was terrible. She was cool though. Alright, so that's a little bit on Nathaniel Essex, aka Mr. Sinister, who was probably, if not my top 3 favorite villains, maybe Marvel villains only. Like I said, I don't think Marvel has too many like cool villains, because I think Thanos is a little bit overplayed because he's popular right now because of the movies. I always loved Loki, Mr. Sinister. Magneto's cool. I've always liked Gladiator from the Shi'ar. My brother fucked with Sabretooth a lot. Sabretooth's pretty cool, especially 90s Sabretooth. He was a sadistic murderer. He killed everybody. You got like the High Evolutionary, the Collector. You got, it's not, I don't know, Galactus. Marvel to me, they're like Venom was probably one of the coolest ones, but he's not really a bad guy no more. Carnage is really cool. Caribbean Zombie. Boo. What's Boo? Wait, I thought I was called Sinister. I thought I blinded you with Cinnamon Toast Crunch dust. Yes, Mr. Sinister. Keep my mind. Okay, Severe just shaking everybody's hands. We got a howdy in the building. All right. So I wanted to go over that. So now, since I'm a nerd, I got a bunch of X-Men stuff to show y'all. I didn't think about this last week. I showed you the only X-Men collectible that I owned the week before, which was that Wolverine. So then, I didn't have any X-Men collectibles to show off last week, but the stream died anyway, so it didn't matter. But, so I didn't want to bring it out. I thought about just bringing it back just to be stupid. And then I didn't think about this week because I already showed you all my Spider-Man collectibles, even though we're talking about Spider-Man today. So, I fucked that up too. So I figured I'll just show some cool, X-Men related and Spider-Man related figures from that game I play or used to play because I don't get to play it anymore from Heroclix. And I pulled out a bunch of Wolverine stuff because y'all love Wolverine and I don't. But I own some Wolverine Heroclix. So start collecting toys, make it a toy channel. I don't like the action figures. I had a couple and I always end up getting rid of them. I always end up like giving it to my little cousin or my nephew or something. Like I remember I had a War Machine, a Doctor Doom, and something else, and they looked cool, but I don't keep them in the boxes. I just didn't like them, like especially standing next. Like I own a bunch of statues. The toys next to the statues look like crap. Like they just don't look right next to the statue. And I take them out of the box. I don't keep them in the box. All right, so what we showing off today? Let's start with the X-Men stuff that I didn't get to show off last week. And yes, I'm a nerd and play this board game. I don't really play it anymore, but I did for years. I actually met Jibs playing this game. For those of y'all who know my man Jibs, I met Jibs. So we're going to start off with some of the duo pieces. We got Gambit and Rogue. Oh, I can't see. I guess I'll hold it back a little bit. Gambit and Rogue. Let me see how that looks on the camera. This a good spot? Yeah, maybe a little bit closer. We got Gambit and Rogue. So they have a lot of like duo pieces that can do like team attacks, and they're just bigger pieces and do more damage and all that. They're pretty cool. This piece isn't nothing special though. It looks really cool, but this one kind of sucks. Too bad DC toys weren't all that back then, besides Batman ones, which were awesome. So Supermans weren't too bad too. I just never been big on the toys aspect. Jibs, King Kong in the trunk. Jibs, yes, that's my man Jibs. That's the dude that comes in and says all the gay shit, and then y'all be mad about it. Remember when he lost his virginity and was talking about the butt stuff he did with men when he came on the stream the one day? And we were all uncomfortable, but I figured y'all would struggle with me. Let's see if anybody remembers Jibs. He came and was like, hey. He was telling me about like what he was doing. I was like, cool. And he was like, then he started talking about how it was with a dude. And I was like, come on, I don't want to hear this. He was so excited. What the? Let's see. He ruins the streams all the time. What the fuck? That's my man, bro. That's why I don't get when people be like, when I point out I don't like certain things, people will say I'm homophobic. I'm like, bro, like one of my best friends is like one of the gayest niggas I've ever met. Alright, so that's Gambit and Rogue right there. Then we got the classic couple. I don't know if y'all see this one any better. Let's move that to the side. We got Scott and Jean Grey. Put that to the side. Got Scott shooting out a little laser beam and shit. This one's pretty decent because they do a lot of range damage, and she can use her telekinesis to move things around the map. It's pretty good. This one's not bad. So you know this is a gay shit stream? Yes. Nah, he cool, but he vicious. He's a vicious top. But I stay my distance. Yeah, he is cool. He's a vicious. Oh, first of all, bruh, I was annoyed when the stream died because Severe, thank you Severe, I love you. Severe came and raided the stream, right? And I got a couple people watching because there was nobody in the beginning. I'm gonna get back to what we was on, but and then fucking Father Oasis goes, damn Severe, I'm gonna kill you for sending me here. Right? So I saw that, and you know I'm going to say something. I ain't going to keep my tongue. So I said, hey, ain't nobody making you stay here. You can get on up out if you don't want to be. And then the stream died before he got to respond. So just for PSA, if you do not want to be here, you can keep it moving. I don't give a fuck. You ain't going to hurt my feelings. Keep it moving. Ain't nobody making you stay here. But you are more than welcome to hang out. But if you're going to bitch and complain, keep it moving. Because there's plenty of people that don't mind being here. Because I'm looking at that like, who the fuck made you stay? Like, yo, why you sending us here? I'm like, ain't nobody make you stay. Keep it moving, bro. But I didn't get to get the response because I wanted to have that conversation. I ain't got no problem with dude. But I'm like, yeah, you ain't gonna bitch about it. Ain't nobody making you be here. Now he cool. He is cool. I'm a power bottom. Cool. Laugh my ass off. What is the gay shit stream? I'm adapting. Unsub to the channel. I agree. If you don't like it, it's probably because I don't like Street Fighter 6. Alright. By the way, I know y'all don't care about this shit. So, we got some more dual pieces. Here's one y'all are like, and it's old like 80s style. I don't know if any of y'all are reading comics back like early 90s or 80s, or some of y'all ain't old enough if you ever went back. This is old school Deadpool and Cable. Like if you look at the way they're dressed and stuff. Well, Deadpool pretty much looks the same, but this is an older style of Cable. Now this piece is really good. It's really expensive. If you know anything about the game, it's 250 points, which is a lot. But this piece is dope. This piece does a lot of damage. I actually use this team. But I really like this one, and I use this one on my Weapon X team. Fuck this. I'ma stay. That's my man, Keith. Shout outs to Keith. Did you ever get those die-cast metal minifigures? Are you talking about anything specific I talked about, or are you just asking me about die-cast stuff? Fuck these fighters. I'm here for Big Licious Toy Collector. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Stick. Unless you're just asking me, and and I'm just thinking of. So we got one more dual piece, and this is my favorite out of the X-Men dual pieces. This one got your boy on it and my boy. We got Colossus and Wolverine doing the fastball special, which is pretty cool because on the card you can actually do the fastball special where you can throw Wolverine and you basically just place the dude right there after the day he gets like 2 attacks off. I think this is one of the coolest looking figures, period, because this is one of the most classic moves in the comic. I don't think there's any signature tag team move that's better than the fastball special. I love the way this piece looks. I use it every chance I get. I got my boy Colossus on there. This piece is dope to me. I love this figure. This is one of my favorites, period. Old school 90s figures, they had X-Men and Spider-Man ones. Are they big or are they really small? Because I have 2 Street Fighter ones if that I think you're talking about. I don't have those though, but I have 2 Street Fighter ones. Chef and Sega playing baseball. They were either 8 or 10 in a pack. My bro got the X-Men ones, and I had the Spider-Man ones. Google Marvel Metal Mini Figures Toy Biz. 90s Toy Biz Metal Figures, they came in a 2-pack. They were about an inch and yeah, you talking about here look. Let me grab the Street Fighter ones that I think you're talking about. This is what I think you're talking about. You talking about these? Cause no, I never had the Marvel ones, but I do own these. And these are definitely metal. I think this is what you're talking about, right? Put that a little bit closer so you can see that. And then I show off the Ryu one. Yo, Stick, I think I know what you're talking about. Me and my brother might have had some. Yeah, said they were good quality. Nah, son, that's the Chinese knockoff on a buffer. Yup, like those. Alright, so what am I looking up then? 90s Toy Biz metal figures. let me make sure this is what you're talking about before I start answering all these. Is it these? Yep, like those, not necessarily chef. They didn't have the stand. They stood on a neutral poles. So then, no, no, I didn't have those. But I do have these little collectibles. Sometimes the arms were rubber on some of them. That sounds kind of weird. Let me see. Let me know if this is what you're talking about. I'm surprised nobody answered this yet. Heavy Metal Heroes? By the way, anybody who's a mod, if you ever want me to talk or see something specific, you could just drop a link. Well, actually, you can't drop a link because I can't get it on here. I can only get it on my phone. But if you put it in Discord, if you're part of the Discord, I can look at it. Type in 90. I did. I put 90s Toy Biz metal figure. Sometimes the arms were. I tried to post a link because put it in Discord. I was thinking something else than you stick. And let me know where you post it. Oh, I think he's in the Sega one. Let me make sure we ain't saying nothing crazy in here before before I go to his thing. uh okay. Bro, I thought you should, I posted this is the old link. I didn't even see that. Alright. He'll let me know when he posted. Hold up. Yeah. That was awkward. All right, while he does that, I'm gonna keep showing some of the figures off that I like. And then I'll jump on that. We'll switch over to some of the Wolverines now. Hold up, I sent. All right, let me switch back real quick. Yeah, I think these are the same things he was just showing. No, I didn't have these. I would have liked them though. Wow. Venom got an awkward fucking head in here. I fuck with that Juggernaut though. There we go. I fuck with that Juggernaut. I always feel like Magneto is not Magneto without the cape. He gotta have the cape. It don't look the same without the cape. Yep, those are them. No, I didn't have these. I don't think I did. That Punisher's alright though, and that Sabretooth looks dope. Is that Morph? Morph! Yeah, Magneto's not Magneto without the cape. I fuck with that Beast though. Who is this green dude? Gambit's looking a little funny. Oh, that's definitely 90s Iron Man. That Spider-Man with the spider boxing glove. They got two Wolverines. There's my boy War Machine. Hobgoblin. See, that's another one. Without the cape, it's not the same. He's missing the cape. It did come with... Oh, okay. They did come with the capes. Okay. Alright. No, I didn't have these. So am I the only one who didn't have these? There's more pictures. They got more? Oh, no. It's just... Oh, okay. It's the same shit. Okay. No. Wow. I guess that's not too expensive for 21 of them. That's not too bad. But no, I did not have these. Am I missing out? Everybody had these apparently? I fuck with that Juggernaut though. That Juggernaut might be the best one there. Juggernaut, Sabretooth, Beast, Punisher. Uh Carnage isn't that bad neither. The Rogue's not too bad either. Check the other link. Oh, you sent another link? Oh, that's how they... Damn it, why does it always drop down one again? What is this doing? There we go. No. First picture. There we go. How much are these? Oh, that's not too bad. For this to be a look at Mojo. Oh, that's long shot. Okay, I would have never guessed that. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed long shot. Cyclops versus Juggernaut. Juggernaut's giving Cyclops the business in a one-on-one. That's not even close. Then look at that. He bought that shit for $1.99. He's selling it for $40. Evil Morph and Beast. Morph! Civilian Wolverine. That one doesn't look that bad. Silver Samurai, let's go. Pyro versus Rogue. That's not too bad. Yeah, yeah. Cyclops he's getting the business for. Oh, they got Archangel. Omega Red. Man, they got a lot of Wolverines. Ugh. I've always liked Archangel. Long shot. That's severe. Shout outs to Severe. He's missing the cape. They were cool little duties to have. Check the other link. Another link with the cape. Oh, I didn't look at the cape. Yeah, I'm gonna look at the cape. A long shot. That's Severe. With the Baja Blast shooter batteries not needed. Yes, sir. Hold on. I didn't. You know what? I didn't look at the cape. Where's Magneto? Is Magneto not on there? Bro, Magneto's not on here. Did you send an? Oh, you sent another one. I got you. Oh, they got Professor X with the hover chair? That's 90s as shit. Yeah, see, that's Magneto. He's not the same without the cape. It just don't look the same. Oh, look at Mr. Sinister. Oh, Bishop. Y'all don't know about Bishop, bro. Bishop gets busy. Bishop's cool as shit. I like Bishop a lot. There we go. Yeah, see, this is it right here with the Discord check. They couldn't make Magneto a metal figure. He would die instantly. Yeah, they were Toys R Us and KB. Oh, okay, yeah. We didn't shop at Toys R Us. Shit was too expensive for my blood back in the day. We did KB Toys though. Oh, okay, they're showing all the same ones. That Bishop is sick. I like Bishop. Oh, okay, they're gonna show a lot more. We haven't seen. Strife versus Cable. Do any of y'all know who Strife is? Without looking it up, who's Strife? Now we do know about Bishop and Cable, bro. Okay, okay. I was still from Toys R Us. You gotta watch him. KB Toys was always more expensive than Toys R Us, at least for me. So we had a KB Toys in the mall. So when I said we went to KB Toys, I looked through the aisles at KB Toys because it was a toy store. My mom, while she was at J.C. Penney, I was allowed to go to the Funko Land and the KB Toys and look through there while she was at J.C. Penney. So it's not like I was spending any money there. I was just there because I didn't want to walk around with her while she's just shopping. Strife is a bad guy. So Strife. So for those of you who don't know, Cable is Scott Summers' son, and Jean Grey. I think it's Jean Grey's clone, but we'll just say Scott Summers and Jean Grey. His son from the future. He has a techno-organic virus which is eating up his body, and the only reason why it hasn't eaten up his body is because he's using his telepathy to keep it at bay. So at all times, Cable is using his mind telekinesis shit to keep the virus from spreading. So that's why he has a metal arm. If he wasn't using his telepathy stuff to keep it at bay, he'd probably be the most powerful telepath in the world. But he has to use all of his telepathy to keep the virus at bay. So Strife is, I think he's a clone of Cable without the virus and able to use all his crazy telepathy. So Strife is evil Cable with nothing holding him back. So Strife gets busy, bro. Okay, they're all the same on the back. Okay, so no new ones. I think that was the last one, right? Yeah, I don't think he sent another one. So let me make sure. think that was it, right? Yes, that was it. So yeah, so Strife is basically a clone of he is evil Cable without the technovirus. BRB gonna eat. I'll try and come back if I'm not stick stream for the Sonic. Oh yeah, stick. I think you already answered me earlier, but I think the Sonic Advance games are much better than the regular Sonic games. Somebody's probably gonna be mad about that, but they're great games. Man, talking about the '90s X-Men immediately makes me think of Michael Jordan and Chicago Bulls. That's a fact. I could picture me with the whole Bulls outfit on, playing with those toys. Offside was a fan of. That's a fact. Forge is one of my favorite X-Men. Shout out to you. I fuck with Forge. I probably got a Forge. Is he in this bag? Yup, look. There's Forge right here. I put him on almost every X-Men team. I fuck with Forge. Shout outs to you for fucking with Forge. I love Forge. I fuck with you for saying that. Starting at 6:15 keep. 6:15 his time. So I don't know what time that is for me, but damn, we didn't even talk about Spider-Man yet. Strife his Cable with the safety off. That's a fact. Oh snap, a stick stream tonight? Yes sir. Rubs hand like Birdman. He's fun in the Mutant Academy to fight in the game. Yes. Alright. So let's finish looking at all the stuff. Because I specifically picked out a bunch of Wolverine shit for y'all to show. Before we go, let's switch over to the we'll do some X-Men Apocalypse. Age of Apocalypse stuff. So this is Wolverine, Sabretooth, and Wildchild, specifically from X-Men Age of Apocalypse. So what's cool about this figure is this little fucker, Wildchild, can actually come off and run around and do his own thing. And then when he's attached to the base, Sabretooth gets extra powers. So I know you don't know nothing about the game, but he gets pretty crazy. So you gotta kinda keep them at bay. So then I gotta show off my boy Colossus. We got Big Daddy Durag Colossus, Shaq Diesel Colossus. Hey baby, my name Colossus. Straight out of Russia. We got Big Daddy Durag Diesel Colossus. Hell yeah. So what's cool about this Colossus is first of all the Durag. So I gotta keep them. These shits I'm always the tassels I'm always worried about breaking, so I keep them in a box. But it comes paired with this Wolverine, which is also the Age of Apocalypse one-armed Wolverine. I don't know if y'all can see that. Yeah, I call that Big Shaq Diesel Colossus. But here's one-armed Wolverine jumping off of a Sentinel hand. So what's cool about this one is, let me read y'all comments real quick. I'm going to be there or may God kill me. I immediately struck me down in the forehead. Durag, absolutely. Was that a Shaq voice? That was my... You heard me, right? That's my Shaq voice, baby. I don't give a fuck if I sound the same. You heard me? Shaq Diesel. Big Diesel. You heard? Come on, Chuck. So he said, it's 1, 2... It's 1, 2, 3, Chuck. Not 1, 2, 1. Or I'll knock your ass out. You come... Oh, shout out to that. That was a good... Thank you. What's going on, Doom? We being nerds right now. We was talking about Mr. Sinister earlier. Shout outs to Doom. What did he? I think he said something to me about. We were talking about some superhero shit he sent me the other day, and that's what made me want to talk about X-Men, I think. But yeah. So the thing about this Durag Colossus is they pair up in the Age of Apocalypse, and you can actually take Wolverine off of his base. He comes off. He's stuck on the base. He comes off, and you can set him up on Big Daddy Durag Colossus. Make sure I don't break nothing. There we go. It's not sticking in. There we go. It's gonna fall out. Alright, I'm not keeping it in right. Pause. That's crazy. I'm trying to stick him in good. He's not gonna stay. I hope that wasn't Wolverine that I ran over. So you can actually stick them on here. It's just not working for me right now. I think that's good enough. Please don't fall off. And you can actually look like he's throwing them and doing the fastball special. So actually pretty cool. He comes as a, you can actually leave him like this if you want. But you can throw Wolverine around the map. So Big Daddy Durag Colossus throws one-arm Wolverine like his legs are broken, even though it's just his arm that's missing. But this is Age of Apocalypse right here. I think I have a couple more Age of Apocalypse things, but I'm not going to get all that right now. We still haven't talked about Into the Spider-Verse. So there will be spoilers today. Once we get to there. Across the Spider-Verse is called. Keep saying Into. And then I saved some Wolverines for y'all because y'all love Wolverine so much. All of a sudden I want Papa John's. I haven't had Papa John's in a while. I think Sinister is the best choice for X-Men's villains for their first MCU film. And I hate Mr. Sinister, but he's a legit villain. I'm not mad at that. Speaking of the way Wolverine the X-Men the animated series ended, it ended with the Age of Apocalypse and Mr. Sinister showing up and no extra season. You just ends with the Age of Apocalypse. Salty. I got Wolverine in my top 5 characters. I know you do. Yo, what's up with the Archangel? I got one. So I got him here. No, I got him. He's in the bag. I'll grab him. I'll grab him in a second. I got an Archangel. He's in a different bag. I'll go grab him. I got you right now. I gotta move all of this shit I wasn't expecting to put here. Let me go grab the Archangel for you. Close that door. Yeah, I got Archangel. By the way, what I'm thinking of is just doing some shorts with just some cool figures, explaining a little bit about each character whenever I show them off. Because a lot of these, what got me into the game is superheroes, obviously, and some of them just look really cool. So here's Archangel, which I think is one of the coolest looking ones I even have right here. Hopefully y'all can see that good. It's a little fuzzy. Let me back up a little bit. But we'll spin around. Got the wings going around him. And he got the claws out. You can't see it too good. Maybe I'll do some shorts where I'm showing off the figures and stuff like that. And then I'll take some pictures and post them and shit. But yeah, there's my Archangel. I got Wolverine in my top 5, Doom's top 5. We'll have to do a video, see if I can get... By the way, on some of these episodes, I would love to get some of y'all in on one of the episodes to just talk about shit. So, I'm going to have to get Doom in here one of these days, talk about superhero stuff. Doom's top 5. Batman, Doctor Doom, Sinestro. Oh, you've definitely told me that. Look at it, Peter. Alright, so let me finish reading. Batman, Doctor Doom. So, in order from 1 to 5. Batman, Doctor Doom, Sinestro, Wolverine, and specifically Peter Parker Spider-Man. Clean. I love Miles Morales, but nah, he ain't Peter. I ain't mad at that. Doom will drop a quick 16 on your ass. Yes, sir. I'm not mad at that top 5. For those of you who don't remember, my top 5 is Batman, Shazam, Wonder Woman, Colossus, and Captain America. Alright, let's get back to I specifically got out 3 Wolverines that I think y'all would like. Well, 2 Wolverines. Yeah, 3. Because I already showed off the Age of Apocalypse Wolverine. So we got Hydra Wolverine, where he's mind controlled and working for Hydra. I just love the way I love this color on him. The green and the yellow. This is a cool one for a Hydra team. It's hard to see on here because it's focusing on my face more. But this is a cool Wolverine if you want to throw him on a Hydra team. By the way, this game Heroclix is super fun if you're a nerd. It's fun. It's a little hard to get into. There's a lot of rules. But like you can basically do like Justice League versus Avengers. Thunderbolts versus Suicide Squad. You could do Super Friends versus Street Fighter. There's a whole bunch of shit. All right, and then this is Vampire Wolverine, which is a convention exclusive. You really can't get that unless you buy it online or go to a convention. I bought this online. So here's Vampire Wolverine. This one's pretty cool. I guess I know y'all love you some Wolverine, so showing some Wolverine off today. This was supposed to be part of the X-Men stream last week, but the stream got cut off 45 minutes early. Yo, keep chilling. Okay, and then I threw in this Wolverine because not only is this my favorite design of Wolverine, which is the old Australian brown and yellow one, but this is also like if I'm playing the game and I have some space and I need to have a Wolverine on the team, this is the Wolverine that I choose to use every time. This is my go-to Wolverine if I'm playing the game. Well, there's one Wolverine I like better than this, and it's a duo piece with Wolverine and X-23. And they have their black X-Force outfits. But other than that, this is my go-to Wolverine that I'm using. This is a close combat monster in the game right here. It's very hard to kill, too. Alright, yes, that's my favorite color of Wolverine. Since Doom showed up a little bit late, I'm going to re-show this one off. Because he wasn't here. This is the Fastball Special Wolverine and Colossus. That also has my favorite color of Wolverine on. So take all these Wolverine compliments because y'all never hearing it again. But this is the Fastball Special one. You can actually like kind of throw them in the game. It's pretty cool. Chillin'. And the hoodie and hamburger helper and veggies. I like them colors. Yes, sir. And that is finishing off the X-Men stream from last week. So we got about an hour to talk about Across the Spiderverse. So is there anybody worried about spoilers? That Heroclix shit hard to play. So it's basically, think of it like y'all are gonna see. This is what's gonna make nobody want to play it. It's like a grid. Think of it. It's like takes place on a map and it's grid based. So it's hard to play because you have to remember a lot of stuff. Like here, I'll show you on here. It's really hard to see, but let's see if you can see it. If I put it on, you see them colors. Let me see if it's showing up on the map. You can barely see it, but you can see like there's white, pink, green, and pink. It's like an L shape on there. And then every time you take damage, you gotta spin the bottom. Here, it's actually satisfying to hear. It makes a little click noise. That's why it's called Heroclix. So you gotta turn the dial to get different power. So each color is a different power you gotta memorize. Or you can just have a little cheat sheet next to you to memorize it. But the thing is, each white power has a special power you gotta read off your card. That Heroclix shit. Nope, never. Across the Spiderverse. Had Doom in his feelings. Venom is the same age as Miles. Alright, let's talk about... So, let's bring up one so we can talk about two. So, if anybody's seen Into the Spiderverse, it takes place with Miles Morales. He is a half-black, half-Puerto Rican kid who gets bit by a radioactive spider. And he basically runs into Spider-Man fighting... His Spider-Man fighting, he gets bit by a spider. He's in the middle of fighting. Basically, Spider-Man saves him, and because he saves him, he ends up getting attacked and killed, right? But Miles ended up getting bit by a different spider, not the one that bit Peter, but a different one. And he ends up basically like filling in the shoes of Peter Parker. He's from the Ultimate Universe, which a lot of people don't remember, but Miles Morales is one of like maybe like 5 people that actually made it from the Ultimate Universe over to our universe and is a mainstay. So he basically takes over for Spider-Man. And he kind of gets a different Spider-Man from a different universe. Because during that fight with the original Spider-Man, they open up some portal and all these Spider-Man are popping in. This is from the movie. They're popping in and out. And there's like probably like 5 or 6 different Spider-Man versions. But he basically has to become the new Spider-Man by getting trained by an old washed up Spider-Man who doesn't have it no more but can still teach him how to be Spider-Man. But this Miles is a little different because he's about the same age as when our Spider-Man started, around 14, 15. But his powers are different because he still has spider sense. He basically has everything Peter can do, but he can also turn invisible and he can shock you. He has like electric thingies in his fingers. He can shock people. So he has a couple extra powers, but he doesn't have. He's not as good. Let me not say he's not as good, but I mean the other Spider-Man is the original. There's innovators and imitators. You heard? I've seen part one. I loved it. Across the Spider-Verse. Okay. I think Peter started at 15. Miles started at 13. Okay. So there's some knowledge because your boy Doom's breaking it down. So 2 years different. I wasn't too far off. So Into the Spider-Verse has Gwen. For those of you who don't know, because I'm pretty sure most of us started off at the 90s cartoon. And that's where all of us, let me say all of us, most of us get our Spider-Man knowledge from. Is the 90s cartoon. So we're all used to Mary Jane. Mary Jane is Peter's girlfriend. The difference is in the comic books, it's Gwen Stacy who is the high school girlfriend. And then Mary Jane comes along for adult Peter. Or, I think around college or something like that. I can't remember, but it's definitely after Gwen Stacy. Gwen Stacy is the first girlfriend of Peter. So Gwen's death, along with Uncle Ben's death, are like two focal points of what makes Spider-Man Spider-Man. Like, so basically in the other universe, Gwen's Peter becomes Lizard Man, and then he dies instead of her dying. So basically, in every universe, either Peter dies or Gwen dies. They can't be together. So and then you have Spider-Ham, which is like the pig Spider-Man. Then you got Spider-Man Noir, which is like the black and white old Spider-Man from like Neo Detective, Noir Detective. You have the futuristic one where she's in like a spider bot, and she's basically Diva from Overwatch. And who am I missing from the first one? You have old washed up Spider-Man. I don't think I'm missing anybody from the first one. But basically, Spider-Man gets killed by Kingpin. All the other Spider-Men come up to find a way to stop the universes from colliding. And then Miles Morales has to come into his own as Spider-Man so that he can be our world Spider-Man after the other ones have to go home because it's fucking up the universe. He sends them home. Him and Gwen kind of fall in love, kind of don't, but they will, they won't, they thing. You know they're going to, but they can't because they're from different universes. And then basically by the end of the movie, they all go back with the knowledge, and they feel like Spider-Man, Miles can be Spider-Man, and he's going to be okay. And that's the first movie. So now that we're into the second movie, I had to go over the first one to talk about the second one. So let's see what we're talking about. I've seen part one, loved it. Well, okay. So, by the way, before I get into the movie, did y'all like the movie? Let me see if anybody answers me. Because half the time I be talking to myself. I loved it. I thought Into the Spider-Verse, the first Miles Morales movie, to me that was the best Spider-Man movie until what is it? No Way Home? The one that had Green Goblin and all three Spider-Men. I thought that was the best Spider-Man movie until that one came out. Doom loved the movie. Yeah, but you're a superhero nerd like me, so I know you love it. So Into the Spider-Verse to me is a top 3 Spider-Man movie. Top 2. The only reason why okay, so let's go over my top 5 right now, right? Number 1, No Way Home. Number 2, Into the Spider-Verse. Number 3, Across the Spider-Verse, which is the new one. The only reason why it's not above number 1 is something I'll go over in a little bit, because I didn't know something and it's not the movie's fault, but it just doesn't feel complete to me. Number 4 is The Amazing Spider-Man. I know everybody else hates that one. I love that movie. To me, that was my favorite Spider-Man until those other 3 came out. But Amazing Spider-Man and then Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire. Those are my top 5 Spider-Man movies. Alright, so before we get into this, I love the movie. I thought it was great. Being a nerd, there's so much things that if you're not a nerd, you're just not going to realize. But the only thing I have on this movie is um I didn't know that it was gonna be a two-part movie, right? So they made that common knowledge. I wasn't paying attention. So when it got to the end and it was to be continued, I wasn't prepared for it. So to me, the only knock on that movie is that it's a basically half of a movie. It was great, but it was half a movie because I wasn't aware of that. So to me, any two-part movie that has to come out like Deathly Hallows 1, Deathly Hallows 2, stuff like that, to me that's one long movie put together. And I don't count them. But the only reason why it's not number 2 right now is because I did not know, and it has nothing to do with the quality of the movie. I did not know it was a part 2. I mean, part A or a part 1 of of the middle of a trilogy. I thought it was gonna be a full movie and then another movie comes out, but it's a two-part movie, and I wasn't aware of that. Chef, I'm gonna paint us a Spider-Man canvas and send that shot to you. Thank you, brother. So you want to be regular Spider-Man? I'll be Miles Morales. All right. So I loved it. I thought the movie was great. It had a lot of cool ass characters that they kind of point out, but you don't realize the significance of them until unless you're a nerd. So before we go into it, I'm going to show you some of the main characters so you understand who they are. So we got Spider-Man 2099. So this character right here is Spider-Man 2099. If any of you from the 90s, after the Spider-Man cartoon came out, after our 90s one finished, Spider-Man Unlimited came out, which is basically this character, kind of. The difference is it's not Peter Parker. This is Miguel O'Hara from the future, and to my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, he doesn't really have. Think of Batman Beyond, but Spider-Man. He doesn't really have all the shits Peter can do, but it's all the suit. But he takes over. He's really dope. I don't really like that they made him he's kind of the villain. He's not the villain of the show, but he's like of the movie. He's kind of like a secondary villain, because he's in charge of all the time stuff, fixing all the Spider-Verse mishaps, right? So he's in charge of all the other Spider-Men, and he's kind of the secondary villain. They made him very like bossy and mean, and I understand it, but he's a good dude. That's one of them knock. Oh, and the other knock I have on the movie is I don't mind the Spot, but I think Miles Morales is a very cool character, and I would much rather them give him a villain that deserves more respect. The Spot's okay, but they're gonna make him like he's a threat, but he's not like when you see Spider-Man and Green Goblin, when you see Wolverine and Sabretooth, the Brotherhood and the X-Men. He's not like a big like he can be dangerous, but I just don't I wish he got a better villain. I would like him to have a better main rival of a villain to suit him. The Spot was cool in the movie, but he was more comic relief that happens to be a threat. Evil Miles is something else. Goes by Salem in the comics and across the Spider-Verse. Evil Miles using tech that looks just like the Tinkerer's tech from Miles Morales' video game. Isn't he just the oh my god. What's his uncle? Why can't I think of the his uncle is the fucking he's a villain. He's an evil there's an okay. Keep my bat. Nah, you good? I'm not tripping at all. Okay, so let's get to what Doom's talking about. Well, let's go over a couple characters because these are the main characters. So he's the leader of all the other Spider-Men that are trying to solve all the multiverse problems. We're gonna go over like 5 characters. This is Spider-Gwen. Let's be real. Her outfit is sick, bruh. I'm trying to find a good thing that shows like, yeah, she might have one of the coolest Spider-Man outfits. That outfit is fire. Let's go right here. There you go, Spider-Gwen with the hoodie and the way the colors go off each other. The outfit's fire. So in her world, like I said, her and Peter were best friends. The only difference is Peter becomes the lizard and gets killed instead of her getting killed. Right? So these are the two main characters, Miles and her. Right? So what happens is she gets invited to do. All right, well, let's go over like. So Spider-Man 2099, Miguel O'Hara. This is Gwen Stacy. And then you have. You have Spider-Woman. I don't know why they race swapped her, but I mean, you know they love doing that, so we'll just keep it. Her and Miguel are basically in charge of all the time jumping spider shit, right? I don't really get why they race swapped her, but whatever. Those are the two bosses. She invites Gwen Stacy to join the time spider squad, whatever you want to call them. Let's call them the time spiders, who are fixing the timeline, right? They're trying to fix all the anomalies and the problems, but they don't think that Miles is good enough to join. Now you go to not the Prowler. Yes, thank you. I don't know why I couldn't get that. I wanted to say the Projector, and I knew I was wrong. I've always like, oh, Armor Spider-Man, and for some reason Ben talk that stick. You gonna stop being my brother I never had, all right? You gonna stop saying all my favorite shit before I get there. I'm tired of your ass. I'm getting tired of you. First you said Mr. Sinister, then you brought up Sonic Advanced. You said something earlier, and now you talk about my boy Scar. That's a fact. Talk about Scarlet. Okay, let's talk about my boy. For no reason, I think they didn't do him good in the movie, but I think Scarlet Spider is the coolest Spider-Man outfit. I don't know why. This is hands down. So there's two versions of Ben Reilly, right? This is the newer version, which looks good, but nah, that's not it right there. That's not my Scarlet Spider. This one though, with the light blue hoodie. This one though, I don't know. I fuck with this outfit. This is my guy right here. I don't know why, and I know I'm wrong. I know it's not the coolest. I fuck with this outfit though. Scarlet Spider is sick to me, and I can't tell you why I think it looks so much better than I fuck with this outfit. I think Scarlet Spider is so dope. His problem is he's a hothead. He's actually a clone of Spider-Man who comes from a very, very shitty storyline that I'm not going to go over. But he's a clone of Spider-Man, and he has all of Spider-Man's powers, but he's named after Uncle Ben. And basically, Spider-Man wants to quit being Spider-Man at the end, and because this clone is here, Spider-Man thinks he's the fake Spider-Man thinks he's the clone, and they all think Ben Reilly's the real one. Then Ben Reilly becomes Spider-Man. Then they find out that he's actually the clone. Spider-Man gives up on being Spider-Man. Then eventually he comes back. Blah 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 blah. Peter Parker's the real Spider-Man. But I fucks with the Ben Reilly. I'm getting tired of Stick putting all my fucking cool shit out before I say it. All right, you already got the hair. Let me live, bruh. All right, I've always liked an Armor Spider, so we're gonna show. So Scarlet Spider's in the movie, but he's not very big. He's at the end of the movie. They have him in a little bit more, but he doesn't do anything. So, we're gonna show off probably my second or third favorite Armor Spider. This is who. Oops, Armor Spider. I agree with him. I always thought this Spider-Man looks so dope. So this is from the show. Well, here's the comic version of him. There's Armor Spider. He's basically from a different world where Spider-Man's just rich and he can just build his outfit, and he doesn't really need all the spider sense. And I think he still has it, but he's basically just a rich dude who's like if Spider-Man and Iron Man decided to like be one person. Well, yeah, we'll go with that. That's Iron Spider. I've always loved his outfit as well. I'm not mad at that Stick. Stick is just taking all of my points before I get there. Getting tired of his ass. Might have to, if we see him in a dark alley, he's getting jumped. I like the way it looks in the recent Spider-Man, the video game. Uncle Ben's. Yes, Uncle Benzino. Calm down, chef. You like reverse stick. You're... That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm not mad at that. Just another part of the body. You right. You right. If we went together like Voltron, we make a full man. All right. So Scarlet Spider's in it. They have a lot of people in the background. Like if you pay attention, they have like video game Spider-Man, like PS1 Spider-Man. They have Scarlet Spiders in the background. They have the other Scarlet Spider. They have the Spider-Man Unlimited Spider-Man in the background. I'm pretty sure I saw Spiders Man, which is a Spider-Man made up of a bunch of spiders. They show the Prowler from what's the first Spider-Man with Tom Holland? Far From Home. They show what's that rapper's name? Childish Gambino. He actually plays Miles Morales' uncle, who is the Prowler. He's in the movie as a little cameo, which most people won't even understand. They show off a lot of shit. Well, anyway, right? Oh look, there's Spiders Man right there. This is the one made up of all the spiders. Yeah, Spiders Man right there. They show us. Oh, okay. And then there's two more Spider-Man we gotta go over. Yes, Indian Spider-Man. So this guy, I didn't expect to like this motherfucker as much as I did. He came out to be pretty cool. He's an Indian version of Spider-Man that is in like an Indian version of Manhattan in a different world. And he has this like yo-yo spiderweb thing he does that's pretty fucking sick. He's pretty dope. He was getting busy in the movie. Don't let him. He was getting busy in the movie. And then we have my least favorite Spider-Man. And y'all know, I'm going to tell you why I don't like him. You'll be able to guess, though, because you already know I cannot stand characters that use guitars. I think this is the worst looking Spider-Man. I think this is the most annoying Spider-Man. But they did a good job with him in the movie. I didn't mind him in the movie. I just think he looks fucking stupid. I cannot stand this Spider. I think this Spider-Man is terrible. I think he looks fucking ridiculous. He looks dumb. I don't understand why anybody would think this looks cool. I did not like him. He wasn't bad in the movie. I kind of liked his attitude in the movie. But I hate the fact that he's a fucking like punk rock Spider-Man. Like, I mean, I don't listen to that music, so maybe that's why I don't get it. Maybe I'm not the target audience for that. But I hate the way the Spider-Man looks. I cannot stand the way the Spider-Man looks. Have I not been... Bro, have I not been... Wow, I haven't showed y'all none of the... Alright, we're gonna... Bro, I haven't showed y'all none of the Spider-Man this whole time. Alright, we're gonna do a quick go over. Alright. So there's Spider-Punk. My bad. My bad. We can't see it. Gotta go fast. I'll be on Sonic event. Show us. Alright, my bad, my bad. Fucking stick. Shit. Wow, I almost called. Yeah, stick. It is stick. What time do you start? Are you starting now, or are you starting late, or are you starting like an hour? Alright, so this is Spider-Punk. I like his attitude in the movie. I hate the way he looks. I can't stand him. You know I hate anybody that uses guitar as a weapon. Alright, Alright, for those of you who haven't seen, this is Spider-Gwen. This is the one that I said I think she has one of the coolest outfits in the game. I mean, in all of Spider-Man. I think her outfit is sick. Just the colors they gave her. I think everything looks good. She has a dope-ass outfit. That Spider-Gwen, we already went over what she does. Even though you couldn't see it, we talked about it. Alright. We'll go over Indian Spider-Man again. So this is the Indian Spider-Man. that has he's like the Indian Spider-Man. He has like the yo-yo webs and stuff like that. He was pretty fucking cool. I liked him a lot. I gotta go back to. So that's the Indian Spider-Man I was talking about. Oh, here, look at, yeah, we got all the Spider-Man across the Spiderverse. This is the Spider-Man that Stick was talking about. This is Armor Spider-Man. I also agree with this one. This is the one from the '90s cartoon. So I kind of explained all of this without showing it earlier. So we're just gonna look at a couple outfits. Um, so let's go to Scarlet Spider real quick. Okay. So this is the current version of Scarlet Spider, which I'm not too big of a fan of. I don't like this design that much. But this is the one that I think looks fucking sick. The one with the light blue hoodie on. This is Ben Reilly. We talked about him already too, so I'm not gonna go too much over him. But I fucking love this design. I can't tell you why. I just think it looks so sick. I think he looks sick. I don't know what it is, but I think he looks sick. That is Ben Reilly. And then I'm not gonna show you Spider Woman because you don't really need to see her. But this is the Miguel O'Hara Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2099. Then I also forgot to show you, this is the guy from the future who's in charge of the Time Spiders. I'm about to show you him because I didn't realize I wasn't showing you the screen the whole time. So there's a quick overview of how everybody looks. We only see Chef, LOL, a Spider-Punk guy or a girl. He's a girl. He's a guy. Just started. Oh, okay. So if anybody wants to hop on over, Stick is doing Sonic Advanced. So go ahead and check that out if you're interested. Miguel O'Hara is a Spanish Spider-Man. Pretty cool. Slushy Spidey. So anyway, right? So basically, Miles, Gwen comes to visit. Now that we're talked about that. So that was the main characters from the second movie. So basically, Gwen decides to go through one of the time portals, space portals, whatever. Oh, by the way, he was fighting the Spot. The Spot is a dude that has a bunch of black holes on him. He's mad at Miles for creating him because he don't have a nose no more, or a face. He's a guy with a whole bunch of black holes who can't control his powers. So basically, he goes and gets like more black holes and figures out he can jump through time and space. So he starts going through, and they gotta chase him and stuff. So Gwen goes to visit Miles. He's like, hey, where you been? They're both kind of like, hey, I love you. They don't really say it, but they really miss each other. And then she has to kind of go, and then Miles kind of just follows her without saying nothing, turns invisible, and jumps through the portal. So now the Spot finds this machine he needs to basically get enough power to destroy Miles back in his world. So when they jump over, Miles is meeting all the other Spider-Men. And then when he jumps into the to the Spider-Verse, he meets Miguel, he meets all these people, and they're telling him like these things that are gonna happen because Miles saved Indian Spider-Man's Gwen. His Gwen was about to die. I forget. I think her name's like Guatreed or Gweneth or something like that. So whatever. It's like an Indian version of her, and she was gonna die. And Miles ran up and saved her, and that fucked up the timeline and made an anomaly. That because the thing is like those moments are what makes Spider-Man Spider-Man. Spider-Man has to have a shitty life. Spider-Man's uncle gotta die, his girlfriend gotta die. So those are like fixed time points that have to happen to have these Spider-Men be Spider-Man. So he goes and saves her. And also Gwen's dad or basically a father figure has to die. So it doesn't always have to be Uncle Ben, but it's always like Captain Stacy, Uncle Ben, Gwen, or Peter. One of those die almost every time. So he goes and saves the girl and it creates an anomaly. So they get mad at him. Hey, you're messing up the timeline. You had them die. So why would I let them die? And they're showing, and he sees something where he gets to see his own future, and he finds out that his dad's gonna die. So they're telling him like the reason why he's here, so they can tell him these things have to happen. You gotta respect the timeline. And he's like, I can go save my dad. They're like, no, you can't. It has to happen. They try to trap him. He basically ends up running from like 1,000 different Spider-Mans. He basically he's running from everybody. He finds his way out of the chase. And let me see. So I swear I don't like the way the Spot character looks. Yeah, I wasn't a fan. Like I said, Spot's okay. He's nothing special. Looks lame to me. Is Kingpin it? Kingpin was in the first one. I don't think he was in the second one at all. Um, so he basically escapes and he's gonna come back to our world, his world, whatever you want to call it, and he's gonna try to save his father. But what happens is when he comes back through the time thing, he ends up in a different world where instead of his uncle dying, his father died, and there's another version of Miles who ends up being the Prowler, and he's like a super evil bad guy, and that is where the movie ends with Miles captured by evil Miles, and it's to be continued. I did not know it was going to be a to be continued when the movie came out. I thought it was just going to be a part 2 and a part 3, not a part 2.5 and then a part 3. The movie was great, but when it hit to be continued, I was like, no, because I didn't know. I love the movie. I love the character Miles. I know a lot of people that's not my Spider-Man, whatever. I think he's great. I think Miles is a dope-ass character. I think Gwen's a dope-ass character. I really liked that Indian Spider-Man. Thought he was pretty cool. Damn, I want to see what's up with Evil Miles. Yes, I actually think so. Evil Miles has braids. He has cornrows. I think he looks pretty cool. I prefer Miles with the cornrows than his little like Spanish fro. So yeah, he looked pretty cool. I like the way he looked a lot. We don't get to see him too much. He's in like the last 5 minutes of the movie. But it's basically like because Miles doesn't realize he's in the wrong world. Because what happened is, I think when the spiders jump through time, they go based off of the spider, like whatever like is in their body from that spider. It goes off of their spider like DNA, and I guess that spider got teleported from another universe, and there was an extra spider that bit Miles. So Miles is the original anomaly that's not supposed to be around because he got bit by a spider from a different universe. Our universe was not supposed to have 2 Spider-Men. So basically the other universe never has a Spider-Man because Miles ends up being, he gets bit by the Spider-Man by the spider they were supposed to have, got teleported, and they never bites their Peter Parker. So Miles is the original anomaly, so they're trying to stop all these anomalies. So basically he goes back, I guess, to their world, to the world wherever that spider's from, thinking he's talking to his mom, not realizing his dad is dead. He thinks his dad's at work. So, yeah, there's a lot of spoilers here, but the movie was great. So the movie ends with Miles being kidnapped and tied up by evil Miles, and then the movie's over. Wepa, the same exact design, but just with a mad eyebrow. No, and the braids is what kind of like differentiates them. And he's not nowhere near as happy. He's like always has a serious face. Damn, so much shit going down in the Spider-Verse. Playa del Coco, keep what's going on. Yeah, so that's what's going on in the movie. There was a lot of spoilers here, but I said it says in the title we're going to talk about the movie. So I'm not going to stay on too much longer because we kind of got all the subjects out of the way, even though we spent the first part of the stream showing you everything I was supposed to show you last week. So let's show off some Spider-Man stuff. I showed you my Spider-Man statue 2 weeks ago, so I don't have any more Spider-Man collectibles, but I do have some cool Spider-Man Heroclix to show off. So we're gonna start off with the Man of the Hour. I really like this piece, but I hate these older clicks because they used to come on these little like thin ass poles like this, where the pole looks like it's up his ass, but it's very easily broken. Like I just had to super glue him back on today because he broke off the pole. So that pole is broken, but this is Miles Morales. By the way, Miles Morales has one of the coolest Spider-Man suits as well, by the way. I think Miles Morales is really fucking, I think his outfit is sick. There's Miles Morales. Show him off swinging on a web. And a pipe up his ass. But he's definitely swinging on a web. I really like the way this figure looks. Stick just started streaming. Let's check out the collection. Yeah, I'm only going to show off a couple things, then we're going to call it a day. Also, Mr. Drew streams today, so I think he streams today. Check that out. So I know a lot of y'all get mad, but this is my favorite Venom. I don't like Eddie. I mean, I like Eddie Brock, but I think Flash Thompson is the best Venom. So here's a Flash Thompson Spider Venom Heroclix. He's swinging on the web, got the Uzi out and the army outfit on. So this is my favorite Venom. This is Flash Thompson Venom right here. This piece is fucking sick. You can put him on almost any team, and he has the sharpshooter ability, which means he can shoot anybody. It's pretty fucking cool. He got the little tongue sticking out if you can see it. But yeah, I love Flash Thompson Venom. He's basically Venom and Punisher put together. Fuck that fake Spider-Boy, Peter Parker, the GOAT. I'm not mad at anybody. I like both. I'm into graffiti, so I like the idea of being able to get around like Spider-Man and hit crazy impossible spots. Actually, if you watch Into the Spider-Verse, Miles Morales does graffiti, and he actually swings around and tags up impossible to reach spots. And he has a little sticker that he posts on spots to put that he was there. So you should go watch, and you should start them. By the way, they're great movies. Like I said, I have the two animated Spider-Man movies in my top 5 Spider-Man movies, so I think you should check them out. They have a lot of graffiti aspect to that actually, because he's into graffiti. So one of the things about Miles is he does graffiti. So yeah, you're not wrong at all. That's exactly what he does. And then we'll show off a regular Spider-Man for Mr. Keep. I mean, not for Keep. I want to go watch it, but Sega will spank me. You don't have to tell him. You can be naughty. And then here's regular Spider-Man doing a one-handed backspring shooting. So this is Peter Parker. I picked this one. This is a really good Spider-Man. I like the way this figure looks because he's doing something acrobatic. And they got that little swoosh behind him looking like you can tell which direction he came from right before he shoots that web upside down. I really like the Spider-Man. I have another one that's on like a fucking... on like a beam, from like a construction beam. But I didn't feel like looking through all my stuff. Tee-hee, yeah, you naughty boy. And then, this is what I'm excited about. So apparently they're coming out with a HeroClix sets called Iconics. And they're basically taking like popular internet memes that from comics and cartoons that the internet made popular. And they just came out with this Iconics set, which has the, I don't know if hopefully you can see it good on camera, but it has the Spider-Man pointing at each other meme on it. And I just bought this over the weekend. But I don't know if you can see it good. But you can see the two Spider-Men pointing at each other. Let me see if I can take it out the box a little bit. And what I like about this set is, I'm not going to take them out too much, but the cards are holographic, which they've never done. Hopefully you can see it online. Let me make sure. Yeah, the cards are hollow, which they've never done before. So that's a pretty cool idea for the... Here, now you can see it better, the two Spider-Man pointing at each other meme. Yeah, so I think I might keep these in the box. And apparently the next one is going to be Batman slapping the shit out of Robin. That's going to be the next meme one. So I think I'm going to be picking those up too. You need to display... I can't. Look, I have like... Here, I'll show... Like I have like... Look, here's one little bag full of... There's like Guardians of the Galaxy right here. Right? I have way too much. Like, this is just Guardians of the Galaxy. That's not even a lot. This is just a small amount. I have like 2-3 boxes full of shit like out in the other room that I haven't even like... That I need to go through. But I grabbed out a bunch of cool shit, cool HeroClix that I wanted to show off because, like I said, I accidentally, not accidentally, but I didn't think this through, and I showed my only X-Men collectible the first week, and I showed the Spider-Man shit the same week, and I didn't get to save any of that stuff for the X-Men and the Spider-Man streams. In Florida and Texas, we can shoot graffiti artists. Oh. I think Keep is from Texas. Keep, you out there about to get shot over that shit? Let me see. I think I'm going to end it a little bit early because there's not too much more to say. We already went over the movie. Let's see if I got anything on the old Twitters. Oh, nothing. Hey, I got 42 followers now. Look at me go. Alright, so nothing on Twitter. Let's check out... I think Stick is streaming now. Yeah, Stick is streaming now. Look at him go. Oh, okay, look at him. I keep forgetting he's stepping all this shit up. Look at this nonsense. Megan get pregnant. We're gonna save that for later. Gotta watch this nonsense and see what they say. I don't even know what this is dealing with any confirmation. Oh, look, Mr. Drew's gonna play Guacamole. Guacamole is fire if you never played that game. Yeah, but Stick is over there streaming now. So, I'm gonna... Oh, Doom has returned. I'm about to head on up out, but, yeah, I'm from Texas, LOL. It's all part of the territory. Alright, Doom, hi. Cops don't like you. Gang members, don't you like comment? Gang members don't like you, comment, don't like you. It's tough in these streets. You gotta be careful. So, I'm about to head on up out. I'm gonna go take the trash out. We kind of talked about everything. Does anybody have anything they want to know about the movie or any Spider-Man shit, or Doom being what's a good comment going? And Doom missed me say that once again. I like here, let me show you. Doom keeps missing all the. I was showing off my favorite Venom, which is Flash Thompson Venom, because you know I like him better than regular Venom, and everybody thinks that's so blasphemous. But if anybody has any questions on the game, the movie, or any of my nonsense I talked about today, let me know. If not, me and Durag Colossus are about to sign on up out of here. Keep collecting and give us a whole collection vid. I'll be there. Shoot. Alright. So, alright. So I guess nobody, I'll give it like, it's 7:38. I'll wait till 7:40. No, I think everybody's about ready to get up out of here then. I'll give it like another minute or two. And then we'll head over to Stick Stream. If you want. Run. But, yeah, I didn't have too much today. Today was just going over the movie. I thought it was great. I highly recommend it. If you haven't seen it, go watch Across the Spiderverse. It was a great movie. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. It's very colorful though. Like, I don't know if like some people like that get like the seizures and shit. They might have to be careful with that shit. But like, there's like color flying at you everywhere. So you like Usain Bolt? Oh, Chase you like Usain Bolt. Okay. All right. Yeah, so I showed off on my Wolverines today. Like I said, this Wolverine is my go-to when I'm playing. I should have brought... Did I bring X-Force? Oh, yeah. Here, before we go, I'll show off the other Wolverine that I was telling you all about that I like better. There we go. This is the one that I use the most. It's a dual... don't break... Hold on. Get your tail off of here. There we go. So Doom might appreciate this. This is a dual piece with our monkey bar across a highway sign. Common. You prepared to monkey bar? Yes, sir. So this is my favorite Wolverine piece that I own. And it is a duo figure from the X-Force. They're in all black. And it's Wolverine and X-23 as a duo figure. This piece gets busy. They do damage. They hurt. I love this piece. It's an X-Force piece. They're all in black. It's Wolverine and X-23 looking scary, like they want to fight. And then since Doom, I don't know if Doom's seen this one earlier, so I'll show this one off again. But this to me is the other coolest looking one. And it's Hydra Wolverine in the green and yellow. I really like this Wolverine too. Wolverine the GOAT? Never. Some of them are worth money. The problem is when things first come out, they're worth money, and then they have what's called modern and standard. So like modern is like the last 2 years of figures you can play, and then I think it's called golden. No, standard is what you can use now, and then golden is you can use anything. So like during the time, like some of them are still worth money, like some of the convention pieces are still worth, and some of the chases are worth a lot of money, but most of them, like, they'll stay around. Like if it's something like hard to get, like let me see if anything's worth money here. This is a convention one. This might be like $20 maybe now, the Vampire Wolverine. But when it came out and you could only get it at the convention, it was probably like $70-$80. There's some of them are worth like $300. But like as soon as they go out, you can't use them anymore unless you're like playing with friends. They kind of drop off. But there's certain ones that are really good that are still worth money. But I mean, I sold. Like 5 years ago, I was having some. I didn't have a job. I was having some money problems, so I sold about 20 or 30 of them that were like chases and super rares, and I made like $1,500 off of them. But that was like the newest set and the most recent set, and it was like chases and stuff like that. But some of them are still worth money. But like most things, like unless it's like really really hard to get or like currently like the best thing. Like if it's current, you'll probably spend like $100 on it, really good, unless you happen to pull it, or like 50 and up. And then if it's not, depends on the person selling it, you can spend like up to 50. They're usually around like 20, 15, $30, depending on what you're trying to buy. But ain't nothing too crazy. Like I don't think anything worth money. Like you probably get this one, this Wolverine Colossus, maybe like $10-$15. But this is a chase, so that's really hard to get. But like now, because it's just old now, it'd be like $10-$15. There's a bunch of them that are worth money, but it's whatever's current or like really like super rare to get, like really hard to get. Other than that, like I said, if it's current, you make $100 for some of them, $150. But if it's not, probably not more than like $50 unless it's like a chase or something really hard to get. The only things I collect is firearms. Those never lose value. I ain't mad at that. I got some Mandalorian Funkos and some of the movie posters. Another thing with shit too, like I don't think these ones count because you have to open it to know what you got. But like a lot of collectibles, if it's a toy or like a Funko Pop, you gotta keep it in the box. And I don't do that. I open up all my shit. Oh, we talking. We about to be leaving. I was just about to sign off. What's going on, blood? Shout outs to my man. We about to head over to Stick Stream. He's streaming Sonic Advance for Sonic Month. So since blood just popped up, I'll let him get the last word before I sign on up out of here. Shout outs to blood. That's my man. He probably already left. Let me see if you got anything to say. La última palabra. Ayo, Chef Sanji. Alright, that's what he chose to end it with. So, let me see. Hang on, I'm trying to think. Okay, I'll give you a minute. Well, I'll just show off Do-Rag Colossus, Big Shaq Diesel. Big Colossus, baby. Built there, straight out of Russia. Big Do-Rag Poppy right there. We'll show him off for a second. Do-Rag Colossus don't play. That's Age of Apocalypse Colossus right there. Big Galapagos in the house. Alright, Severe Baja Blast. We'll put an eye out. I only got one left. You see how closed this bitch be half the time while I'm talking. It's never open. Alright. Oh man, Blood's thinking too hard. So I'm gonna slowly do my outro and see if he pumps up with anything. Oh, there we go. Well, ladies and gents, that's all the time we have today for the Talkin Talkin podcast. Tune in next time for part 4. I'm your host, Chef Sanji629, signing off. Let me do my regular sign out and we gone. Alright. I want to thank everybody that stopped by. Really appreciate y'all. Y'all stay safe. A good one. Love y'all. Have a good one, baby. Be right